And welcome back, Bears fans. We are here to bring you guys into Thursday night football this week, trying something a little different over at Bears on Tap. We got our friend B Don here from Bets on Tap, former Bears on Tap great, to help me out with the show. So, how you doing tonight, B Don?
I'm ready for some Thursday night football. I dubbed it the Thursday night toilet bowl. It is the battle for the number one pick and a game that I know some Bears fans really want to just see us lose a lot of games this year, but this is a game that there's a lot more meaning behind it. We got to find a way to win it.
This is like the first time since probably week one that you have the whole fan base just like on the same mindset of you got to win this game.
Have
Right?
to win
Like
it.
that's
Have to have
it's
it.
whether you want to tank, whether you want to see them winning and whatever that gets you, wherever that gets you, see them make the playoffs or see them just, be an okay team. A win tonight helps everything. Helps
Yep.
everybody. It's the first
Yeah.
time in a while I could say that as a Bears fan. And only the second time in like, I don't know, a year and a half. Like it's a
Dude,
sad state.
I honestly I still do my college shows, and we've been kind of lacking on the bets. But I would probably be clinically insane if I still did Bears on Tap every week. Just not because I don't like talking to you, because I love talking football with you.
Yeah.
But the current state of the team is a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare. I met Ryan Poles 2 times. I have Ryan Poles stories for
Yeah.
us later in the show. Yeah, up at the Notre
Okay.
Dame game. I was this close to my man in the lunch line, so it was a weird
Was he
experience.
weirded out by that?
Dude, he knows who I am. There's 100%
Yeah.
certainty that he doesn't. He maybe not know exactly who I am, but people within the Bears organizations, every time you type Chicago Bears on Twitter, someone at Hallis Hall sees your tweet. I promise you that. Believe that.
Really?
So,
Okay.
yeah, I promise you, every NFL team's just like that. Like they are. You don't think they got some dude sitting like the guy in Ted Lasso, like underneath in the office, like on his
Yeah.
computer, like, okay, what does Butkus Stats have to say about the Bears at 2:04 a.m. on a Thursday night? You're gonna see. But this game, I had to come back with a number. I know you're a numbers guy, and even you said I don't know how you got to this number, so I'll have to credit my source. I was listening to 670 on the way to home to where I'm at now, and they said that if we win this game tonight, there's a 43% chance that we get the number one overall draft pick. So need I say more when I need to say that the Bears have to win this game when that's damn near a 50% chance of getting the number one draft pick out of 32 teams? That is phenomenal odds. So
Yeah, no, I saw a tweet that said the same thing. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I mean, I think was it number one or was it just top two? It's number one, man.
yeah, it's number one, bro. Number one overall pick because we have their
Yeah,
pick from last year and they're terrible. The only thing that can
yeah.
get in our way is the Arizona Cardinals. We need Kyler Murray to just win them a couple
So
football games.
the Cardinals aren't even my biggest worry. My biggest worry is the Giants.
This is true. Yeah, actually, that is right because yeah, Daniel Jones did go down. And he's an
Yeah.
ACL. I saw too.
But they
So
just
it's
they just signed former Bears legend Matt Barkley though. So I mean, I'm hoping
I
that
did
they'll
not know he
they'll
was
find
still
some
playing.
wins. Oh,
This
I
is
don't know how old is Matt Barkley. I didn't even
dude.
think
When
about that when I saw it.
so Matt Barkley played directly after Matt Leinart at USC. So
Yeah.
he would have been like 07, 08. And when he
Oh
came
man.
out, he was like the number one recruit in California
Yeah.
or whatever state he came
If he
from.
didn't tear up his shoulder his senior year at USC, he would have gone first round. I mean, he was
Yeah.
good until his shoulder took off. But
See,
so,
and my thing right now with the team, not to cut you off, my thing with the
oh,
team
you're
right
good.
now is we've reached that point of the season where we're really just looking for good individual performances for the soldiers that will be coming with us in the future, which
Right.
sucks. Like, dude, we wait all year for these 17 Sundays or Thursdays, or they've been giving us a lot of primetime games this year. You know what I'm saying? So we wait
Yeah.
all year for it, and then it's just like this is what we trot out. It's frustrating. So in a vacuum, since I haven't been on the
Yeah.
show all season, I'm sad. It sucks. I wish we could win. I still want Justin Fields to be the guy. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, we're in a constant state of suck, and I think this is the culmination of it here on Thursday Night Football and for the whole world.
Yeah. It's man, I feel like Thursday night football's actually been pretty good this year. It hasn't been like too stinky, but like
Yeah.
it might start stinking some tonight. But talking about Bears, what what do you think is like? Who do you think has a really good matchup tonight? Who do you think that? I mean, I'm just gonna come out and say it. What do you think DJ Moore's gonna do tonight?
So I listen. So I've become an old man where I don't even like listen to music in the car anymore. I just listen to like what's going on. And
Yeah,
before I used to just listen to like national podcasts, and now it's just like I just flip between Chicago and I heard his interview, and I don't know, man. I'm always in for a revenge game. If you know one thing about me, two things. We'll say hardest battles, toughest soldiers. I'm betting an over that's under 40, and that shit's hitting. And then also, too, I love a good narrative bet. Like DJ Moore's total is 55 and a half yards. What happens when they take a shot and he gets 40 in one clip? You know what I'm saying? Like DJ
yeah,
Moore, he's not Steve Smith. He's definitely not Steve Smith to the Carolina Panthers, but he was their best receiver. He did have some great moments. The game tying touchdown because former Bears friend Eddie Pinheiro missed the extra point last year against the Falcons. Like, is the first moment that comes to mind of like the I'm him moment with the Panthers. But he's frustrated. I saw something today too that in his last, I don't know the exact number, but they split the season into two halves for him. First half, or the number of games was 102 yards, and this stretch was exactly 55. So another thing too, he's due. I know Tyson
yeah.
Bagent isn't. It's not Joe Montana. I like Cole Kmet's stuff too because there's nothing a young quarterback, unproven quarterback loves better than a tight end. But on narrative alone, you know DJ Moore is going to bring it a little bit more in here tonight.
Yeah, and that's really where I was going with it. You know, this game's got to mean a little bit more to him just because of, he signed a long-term deal with the Panthers. He didn't ask
Yeah.
for a trade. They said we want Bryce Young more than we want you.
You traded me to the Bears. Take me back. Take me back.
Yeah, for real. Like, I mean, I love having him on the team, and like I think he's a great player, but like he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask to be moved. I mean, maybe he did in silence. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like from an outside perspective, it looked an awful lot like a team just said, "Well, we gotta get rid of him to get him, so we're doing it." And
And they picked the
that's got
wrong
to eat at a
guy,
guy.
dude. They picked the wrong guy too. That's the crazy thing. Like I know it's way too early, but I'm the meatball, so we'll let me say it. But 497, 5 touchdowns in a 33-second walk-off drive. Like CJ Stroud, I know we talked about it in the draft process. We all like Stroud better than Young.
Yeah.
But Young went first. And listen, once we traded the picks, wash our hands of it. You do with it what you please. And part of me was sitting here and I'm like, we really live in a world where both these teams suck. And a guy that nobody heard of except for maybe you is a 3.5-point favorite on Thursday Night Football in his rookie season against the number 1 pick. And I think, listen, you have to take that. Why is it minus 3.5 for the son of the arm wrestling champion of the world against the number 1 pick in the NFL draft? It baffles me.
It's wild when you really think about it. But so, like, I guess they just think the Bears roster is that much better than Carolina's, which I can't necessarily say is like that flawed when you look at the skill positions, especially. And the O-line, like Carolina's got talent, but it hasn't all come together like you hoped it would. But Tyson Bagent, man, so he was actually like, as far as quarterbacks go, he was the talk of the Senior Bowl, actually. Because he was the only quarterback who was there that was like, that he was the only quarterback there that anyone was really that excited about because it was like, this kid looks like he could have something. Like it was him or like Clayton Tune, those were the guys you were talking about.
We saw Clayton Tune last week.
Yeah. Which, I mean, hey, Clayton Tune, I believe, got drafted. Tyson didn't.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but my thing with Bagent is the turnovers suck, but like you can tell there's something there. Now, obviously, you look at a rookie quarterback and the turnovers are going to happen. Listen, this guy, remember when we were talking about how Trey Lance is playing a different level of football? this level of football was even lower than that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now he's transitioning to NFL defenses. Here are the keys to our offense. You're starting. This is what his 4th game or 5th game already. It's something that could only happen to us as Bears fans, truly.
Yeah. Well, and I mean the general idea for me with Bajan is like you have a quality backup on a super, super cheap deal right now if you're the Chicago Bears. And that's a really nice thing to have. And you don't expect your backup quarterback to come in the 4th quarter down a score and rally the team. And that's where these turnovers have happened. It's in desperation moments where it's like we need to get something done or we're screwed. Which I'm not worried. It's not he's not going out there and throwing a pick to start the 2nd quarter of the game or 1st quarter of the game. You know, that's where decision making comes into question. When your decision making is flawed, when you're down scores late in the game, I'm worried about that. And that's not I'm not worried about that. And that's what we've seen from him.
Yeah, the one thing though that we can say definitively, at least in the small sample size that we've seen, is his decision making is quicker than Fields. He gets the ball out quicker. I wouldn't say necessarily full decision making, but he is a talented runner too. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Like when he gets out of the pocket, he's not Justin Fields. Obviously, like Justin Fields is one of maybe 3 level of rusher in this NFL. But Bajan can get you a 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5, you know, in a pinch.
And he does have a really good pocket sense, like pocket presence. He feels the pressure well. But when you say like you bring up the processing, I'm kind of I don't know. His tape last week was weird. Maybe Dennis Allen was messing with him because Dennis Allen is an outstanding DC, like head coach, defensive mind. But like, because last week I want to say his time to throw was like 3.2 or something. It was up there with where Fields usually is on average.
I think the thing with the Saints is too, and you can look at the few games before that, right? The Saints are usually a team that's in a game that's like 23-16, right? The 2 weeks before that, they were in straight shootouts. So I can only imagine, like, with the level of talent that they do have sprinkled across that defense, they have strong leaders on that defense as well, in Demario Davis. And they got Tyrann Mathieu on the back end, like, a little bit older, but these guys have seen everything you could possibly see in the NFL. They were licking their chops. And then obviously, like you said, Dennis Allen leading the troops. They were more than happy to welcome Tyson Bagent to New Orleans. And
absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. So I'm just looking this up because this just popped in my head and it made me curious. Okay. Montez Sweat, 2.5 sacks against the Panthers in his career in 3 games.
So he's at about a sack a game?
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, in 2 games. 2.5 sacks in 2 games.
We should just throw that in the parlay just off like, it's Thursday night football. We just paid you the Jalen Johnson money because our GM's a dumbass. And go do something. Like, go do something, please.
I mean,
what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on the whole Jalen Johnson situation? Too, not to get us like derailed. I did see he pulled up in the orangest of all fits. So Jalen Johnson's grabbing one tonight, or at least causing some havoc.
Dude, him and Mooney both, I think, are gonna have nice nights because they're free agents. Free agents in prime time. They want to catch someone's eye. They want to get more attention on their name, and that's how you get paid. Just getting that. Like, I had some people like clapping back at me on that tweet. Like, do NFL scouts really care about what happened on Thursday Night Football? It's not that they care.
But everyone's watching.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get 100 more people singing your praises tonight, or 1,000 more people, or whatever's a reasonable number there, it's going to create more hype around your name, and it's going to make more scouts have to go back and say, okay, I need to rewatch him to make sure I got this right.
See, and I saw the ugly side of this the other night in a standstill game. So my troops lost on Tuesday night, and I invite you to go look at NIU football posts on Instagram or Twitter. It is a cesspool of just like hate comments and shit, and it's just like, I don't know, man. We're in a weird era of the intertwinement of sports gambling and football, and it's just like, Listen, if I tell someone they have to go to Guantanamo Bay to my 132 followers, nobody sees that, right? When you put it on the team post, everybody sees that shit, bro. So, but yeah, my thing right now, I think as far as the prime time goes, right? Like, it's the NFL. Everyone is watching this. If you're a football guy, you are watching this game. And the thing is if you are, if you're a coach or if you're a player, if you're one of these NFL, personnel people, you don't watch the game like a regular person. You don't.
Right.
You're sitting there and you're like, you got your notepad out or your iPad out, and you're like, wait a second, it's like the Leonardo DiCaprio with the remote. Like, whoa, pause. Let me see that again, because that's something that I might want to add to my team.
And you might not even be watching it live. Like, that's I gotta figure out how to.
We gotta switch us over to 3 screens. Yeah, I saw
but yeah, it's not like they necessarily even have. Let's see, does that do it? No.
You gotta switch it over to 3 different screens.
Let's see.
But yeah, the way the prime time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think
I finally have a smaller head. No, it should give you the option to switch it over to. Joey, talk them through it. You're the StreamYard god.
Yeah,
I'll try to grab it. There's a 3-person overlay, I think. Hold on, let's see.
Oh shit! It just cut down the middle of Q's face.
Yeah, take this off.
Oh, there you go. All right, Joey saved me.
Wow, Joey with the technology save, dude. The Bears are winning by 55 tonight, dude. We literally suck at technology.
Lock it in.
By 1,000. Wait,
by 1,000.
Is it still messed up?
No, we're good.
We're good now.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh, you're a sick
fuck.
No. Robert.
You guys see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hear you. There's not bars going across my face. It's great.
Well, there we go. Hey, listen. Somebody might get locked up tonight, though. By the way this game's going to go. It's like somebody might get either locked up or sent to. I heard you say Guantanamo Bay. I think that's a good place to send one of these coaches.
Does Flus get canned if we lose this game?
Be as good of a time as any. If you're going to fire him mid-season, I think this is the time that you do it if you lose this game.
Because, before you hopped on, me and Q were talking about, so this game means if we win this game, we have a 43% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. It's like the Super Bowl.
It goes down to 28%. It's like a 15% swing.
Yeah,
I have no idea how they calculate these numbers, but sounds. I mean, I'm believing it because it sounds fun.
This is the one time where I guess we're good with them winning.
But yeah,
right?
This is the first time Bears fans can unite since week 1. And before that, since week 1 the year before.
Dude, and you want to know, it's a twofold thing, because if we win this week and we win next week, when you sit down to have your turkey on Thanksgiving Day and you look at whatever team the Cowboys playing, they go to halftime, they show a little graphic at halftime. And on the very far right, it says teams in the hunt. And you will see at the very bottom of the list a Chicago Bears logo.
Dude, I remember once, it was 2004 or something maybe, and I was talking to my dad just about football. It was no, it said the Bears were in the hunt last week, and I didn't know. I didn't know.
Hey, I don't know what this is.
It said they're in the hunt. I guess they're in the hunt.
Must be true.
They were something 4-8 or something, but
the old Fox graphics were so elite. The Fox graphics from our childhood, the scoreboards, the shit they would use all game long. I fuck with the old Fox graphics.
But so, Joey, have you thought about any props you like tonight or anything? Because I'm thinking we're going to try to throw together a on tap same game parlay in this, where we each pick one, and I have one from Ron as well. I'll just say Ron's right now, so we're not doubling up on it. It's
show yourself, Ron.
Met over 3.5 catches.
I like it. I haven't thought about props. Can I just say this though before we go any further? This right here, the 3 of us on a mic talking Bears, Pregame. It's a family reunion.
It's nostalgia.
It's been a
The
minute, man.
The three best friends.
Just
yeah.
like
That
what the
anyone
last
could
time we
have?
did this,
No,
it was like when we thought we were gonna get the number 2 pick, and it was just like we were so close.
Oh,
And then
dude! I
Lovie
think
Smith goes and pulls the magic off for us.
yeah, that was. I remember too because
Yeah.
I couldn't even get the stream up. I'm like looking on my phone on ESPN, and it's like 2-point conversion converted, and me and Joe were just like, "Let's go!"
Dude, so insane. The amount of like when who the fuck threw the pass? Who was playing for
Davis Mills.
the Texans?
Oh my God,
Davis
Mafia.
Mills. Dude, that
What a
bomb
moment in
deep down
Bears history.
field.
What a moment.
Dude, it's better than CJ Stroud.
Yeah, he got his job.
All right.
I never like to talk about another man's job, but yeah, I like that 3.5 catches. It goes with what I said earlier about Komet with Tyson Bagent, rookie quarterback. You find the tight end. When in doubt, throw it to the 6'5", 260 guy that we saw absolutely moss someone last week. Like, you guys know I'm a little biased when it comes to Cole Kmet, but let's call a spade a spade. Cole Kmet is ascending to at least a top 10 tight end in this league.
So
If not,
I will say, I ran a bunch of numbers today on props just 'cause I thought we'd be doing this, and so Komet's season, like, it screams the over on this. Like 4.6 catches per game, median of 5 catches per game. His last 3 games, he's averaged 5.3 catches, and he's gone over 3.5 catches 67% of the time this season. But the one thing that makes it kind of more like why you understand this is a lower number, Carolina on average has only allowed 2 catches a game to the number 1 tight end. Their median 2 catches. Last 3 games, they've only averaged 1 catch to the number 1 tight end, and that they have only allowed a tight end over 3.5 catches 13% of the time this year. Dude, their linebackers are still good, man.
I had to make sure you were still there. I had to make sure you were still there.
Oh, did I freeze up?
Yeah, you froze up. I was like, I had to say something be Donish.
Okay, where'd you lose me at?
We lost you at 2 receptions median per game allowed for the Panthers.
Okay.
Before
last
you got
3 games,
specific.
They've averaged giving up 1 catch to the tight end per game, and only once this year has a tight end gone over 3.5 catches on him.
Who was it?
I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I just know it's 1 out of 8 games.
Listen, they've never come across a guy like Cole Cockney Sandwich, okay? He is going to get his 4 catches for our friend Ron. I promise you that.
Dude,
Tyson Bagent loves throwing to him, man. So, I don't doubt it.
Well, listen, so me and Joey follow each other on action, and Joey has a little action on a different tight end. Why don't you tell him, Joseph?
Damn it, you saw that already?
I see all your picks when you make them. I hope you see all my terrible picks and don't take them, because yesterday I got wiped off the face of the earth.
So I'm a sicko for sure, and you already know that. But
you love a good over that's under 10 yards. Yes, you do.
Oh, I love that shit. That's my favorite.
Dude,
like the side players.
Those are the winners, man.
Yeah.
Like, you throw those in a parlay, and it's like you're still alive down to the last minute of a game. You just need one, and then it's going to end up 1 yard short, and you're just like cussing at life over it. But
you get hooked on an over. You get hooked on an over.
I'm doing the Jack Nicklaus face from Anger Management.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, he so you saw my pick, but I don't get all your notifications. I do look at your stuff though. So I'll click on, once a day, see what you're doing most of the time, just because I need to know where the soccer picks are.
I was like, if you're on the shitter at work, you're like, how many degenerate footy bets does this kid have?
Oh, and I know you're up at 5 a.m. crack of dawn, not even fucking sunny out now at this time of year, that early.
Yeah. And Saturdays can either be really, really good or really long when you throw into a fact that I go to war at 7 a.m. Yeah. 7 a.m. and then I go to the.
That's when you make the best bets of your life, though, is when you're up when like no one else is awake.
Cup of coffee, coffee, some pregame stuff on. You're just kind of vibing by yourself.
Dude, you say that too, and guess what games have been like I've been spot on like my bets. The London games.
Me too. Me too. I think I've won every international game that we've had. I think I've won on.
I love
absolutely.
There was that one week
I think I've hit a same game parlay on one, and the other I came like 10. Or no, the other was the Kansas City receiver was Justin Watson. Most targeted receiver in the game, but he only caught 2 of them. It was like I needed 3.5 catches, like or something like that.
Joey, remember the first London game? We had the 2 for UNAB, the Jags plus 5.5, and then I gave out West Ham Newcastle. Both teams over 2.5. I say you set both TVs up side by side. It's both it, and they both did. So maybe we run it back. But the game this weekend, it's in Germany. I think it's a gross game.
Germany.
It's Colts Patriots, bro. And Tom
were
Brady.
Were they Germany last week? Was that? That's where
it was in Frankfurt. I don't know where it's at this week. I would assume maybe like Munich, somewhere like.
There, you're gonna get Gardner Minshew going to the game and like Lederhosen. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great content. I look forward to it. But Joey, tell them your tight end prop for tonight. I don't think this will be the one we put in the parlay.
I think I know it already because I was looking at it.
All right, so Q, yeah, I know you were really big on analyzing numbers and the stuff, and that's one thing that I did look at too. I know the Panthers are second; they've allowed the second fewest yards to tight ends, and you mentioned the receptions and all that. But there's a guy that 5 of his last 6 games, sneakily, he's went over this number, and I believe it's like maybe at least 8 yards per game. I didn't really actually double check that, but he's gone over this number in 5 of his last 6 games. The one game he didn't was the Vegas game where he didn't even have a catch. But over 4.5 receiving yards, minus 120, I found it at Robert Tonyan.
Yo, that's one catch, Joey. It's literally one catch and that shit hits. Dude, and as long as he doesn't touch the ball on the last play of the game, if we're chasing, because I have been screwed on that before. Have you ever been stat corrected on a hook and ladder on the last play of the game? Because I have. And I'm not going to mention the player that it happened because he's no longer with us. I think you can guess where I'm going. But it actually happened before he ended up as a Bear. So thoughts and prayers, not that, just no longer with us. And was not good at football and someone that I have an egg on my face forever for standing up for at the NFL level. Who will remain
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who will remain unnamed.
Dude, that's I wait, so you're saying 4 of the last 5 games he's basically gotten a catch?
5 of the last 6, yep.
5 of the last 6.
Joey, tell him about the backup connection too, because that's who we practice with is Tanya and James.
That makes all the sense in the world. I didn't even because I looked at it and I think it was 9.5 where I pulled it from, but like that was I usually pull them from PFF because I can just put them in an Excel file straight off the site, and they don't always match up with FanDuel or wherever or Bet Rivers, whatever it might be. But so I just looked at it and I was like, when I decide to do these prop sheets, like it's like an hour to 2 hours to do it. So I was just like ones that I'm not that interested in, I just threw away. I was like debating looking at that one deeper. I was like, nah, I don't have time.
Now when you say prop sheets, are you literally getting on Excel and punching in numbers to get projected?
Yeah, I've got a prop sheet in front of me with 39 or 32 potential bets that are like detailed.
Yeah, my fat ass is like the Panthers traded away DJ Moore. Give me his over and a touchdown.
Oh, at the end of the day, I knew I was taking DJ Moore over regardless.
I saw the one from your Shaving Points podcast. I saw Moore was in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think we have to put more yards in it. The touchdown is where I
done that yet. I need to. I'm going to do that. What's he at right now?
Since Ron already put Cole Kmet in the parlay, I don't want to double us up on Cole Kmet. I like his yards, 35.5 yards. It's leaning. It's going to bump because it's at minus 140 now. It started the day at like minus 110. So it's probably going to get to 36 to 37. He probably gets about 40 yards if he gets those catches, right? If he gets 4 catches, he's going to be somewhere around that number. But
so can I before you keep going, can I ask a question? Which book are we doing this on? Because if we're doing a same game parlay, we got to do it on one book, right?
Well, I mean, all these books offer alternate. Whatever book you do it on, you can get the same.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
I got my money on one, but I'm not going to load up.
No. FanDuel's been messing with me lately, man. Like, I loved.
Oh yeah, you're in a legal state now. You're in Philly, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot. How you liking that?
I can play with real money now. It's great.
Oh, nice. I totally
watch
forgot.
out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's go, Q.
But like FanDuel, like I can't find Tanyan on here. I can't find Miles Sanders, and I loved Miles Sanders props in this game.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw him on. I saw Sanders on MGM at 22.5 yards.
Okay.
But
so
for me,
my favorite bet of the game was Sanders over receiving yards. I saw it at 10.5, but like that receivers have just been getting like 40 yards a game again, or I mean, running backs have been getting like 40 yards a game against the Bears, and he's their receiving back.
Well, and you got to think too, Miles Sanders is a good receiving back, and then on top of that, if we somehow get pressure on Bryce Young, what's he going to do? Drop it off. And Miles Sanders, even though he's not the same Miles Sanders he once was, can still make a couple guys miss and get you 11 yards in the passing.
Exactly.
Can I stick to a bet that's very much similar to that, but it's just another running back bet?
Go ahead.
So Miles Sanders, I like the call because I like the him being, like you said, the receiving back for them. Chuba Hubbard might be my best, favorite bet of this game. So Chuba Hubbard, they've got him sitting at 11.5 rushing attempts. And Hubbard has gone over this each of his last 3 games. Miles Sanders, very low snap count percentage. He's their guy if they're going to run the ball. So I see him. I think it might be actually 4 of the last 5 he's gotten to 14 rushing attempts too. So getting over 11.5 rushing attempts. I know the Bears are actually pretty decent against the run this year.
If he breaks his leg, are you going to the hospital for him with some balloons and a cake?
I will bail him out of there.
Because he breaks his leg at 11. I will be coming for you, Joey. I'm putting it on the slip as we speak.
It sucks, man. That's what sucks about the props. You don't know what the injury is.
You're an asshole. I don't put other teams' players on my Bears slips on game day. This is a very first occurrence, and it has nothing to do with his yards. It's not a touchdown. It is simply asking their fat offensive players, not even fat, just give him the ball. 12 times, 12 handoffs. He could fumble the ball 12 times.
I don't feel bad rooting against it, rooting for it.
Let him fumble on that 12th carry. He can fumble all he wants, get the 12th carry and then fumble.
And then
FanDuel's giving that to me at 12.5 now, but I still like it. Like on my numbers for that one, he's averaging 17. I want to say 17 rush attempts a game the last 3 games, and it's like he's really kind of become the guy running the football there for them.
Beat on eyes.
Dude, we have to make a Notre Dame tight end parlay. Tommy Tremble, Cole Kmet. They literally played together. That Tremble was Kmet's backup. And then when Tremble came out, do you remember how much smoke there was around Tremble? And he's honestly settled in nicely considering he's on a terrible team. But he's good for a good anytime crack every now and then at plus 600 because no one expects him to get the ball. But,
double down on the touchdown then. Let's go anytime touchdown, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Tommy Tremble.
I'm going to put not for the official one. We got 22 minutes. So Ron has 3.5 Kmet receptions. It won't. Oh, these are straight. Hold on. I'm an idiot. Go to same game parlay. All right. So
I'm going to try to do this as we talk about them too.
All right. So mine's DJ Moore. It's 55.5 yards. Me and Quinn were talking about it earlier. First portion of the season, he was averaging close to 102 yards. Last 4 or 5 games, it's been right around 55. This number is set exactly at 55. And I just think that revenge spot, he's going up against his former team. He also knows how to beat these guys. He went up against these guys in practice all the time. So as long as Bajan can get him the ball, I have no doubt that he can get at least 55.5 yards, 56 yards if you will.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, we kind of have to, right? Like we're locked in with the DJ Moore pick.
DJ Moore has to go on. Yeah, 55. All right, we'll call it 55 because that's what my book's giving it to me. It's 55. So 55 plus.
You know what I was looking at though too? So this is the hard part about like we always love taking, I think, overs, especially for Bears than anything else. But like just like process wise goes, you really shouldn't be taking prop bet overs when you get closer to kickoff. You should be taking them early in the week, but we never, for whatever reason, really do that. I do think, though, this is a spot where you can see a lot more overs for the receiving yards aspect on a lot of these guys. Because, like, look at Mooney's line, dude. Mooney had, what did he have this last game? Like, I mean,
the numbers scream to take Mooney. Like, that's one of my favorites tonight. Like, that's my number 6 ranked prop of the game is Mooney over 29.5. He's averaged 41, or he's averaged 34 a game. Median of 41. Last 3 games, he's averaged 52. He's hit that numbers 67% of the time this year. Carolina's average giving up to the number 2 wide receiver is 38 yards, median of 40. Last 3 games, they've given up 40 on average, and they've given up over 29.5 receiving yards to the number 2 wide receiver 3/4 of the time this year.
What's his number at?
29.5.
So low.
29.
I love it.
All right, so I
haven't bet it, but I like it a lot.
I put my money on the wrong app for a save game parlay, so I'm an idiot. But back to all right, so my DJ Moore will be readjusted to an ugly ass 49.5 because it's either 40. You know what? 59.5. I said 60. Give me 60. I'm going alternate. We're getting an extra 5 yards out of it. I'm not going to be a little bitch. Cole Kmet over 3.5 receptions. Correct. That one's from Ron.
Yeah.
And then I need to find the rushing attempts. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, it's not letting me do the rushing attempt parlay on FanDuel. That's the only book I got. So
all right, Joey, we're gonna have to run it back. You're gonna have to give us something different.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm on DraftKings using it. They got that, and they got Tunyons. They don't have Tunyons on FanDuel either, do they?
No, they don't. Is DraftKings better for parlays? That's the feeling I'm getting.
It's tough because
FanDuel and DraftKings are probably the 2 best, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. They're the 2 best. It's tough. It just depends on which ones you're looking for. I think FanDuel lets you go lower with some of these. Like if you're trying to just like jack up and get some easy ones in there, I think they'll allow you to go over a little bit lower on the alternate lines. So that can kind of help.
I know why they won't give me 55 because his line's 55.5. They're like, you're either taking 50 or 60, kid, not 50. You're not taking the exact line.
Let's do 60. I feel good about 60.
I took 60, and you said Mooney.
If you take his actual line, though?
The way I have it set up, we're taking 60. Don't be a jag-off. It's 5 yards.
I mean, just a little extra juice on it.
DJ Moore, 59.5. Mooney, 30, right? It was 29.5, so 30 yards.
Yeah.
And then Ron's was Cole Kmet's over 3.5 receptions, and then Joey was the new one. You got plenty of
So I actually think that we're overlooking another revenge spot here today. Deontay Foreman, if we're talking about running backs, this dude, so the Panthers have been a little bit better against the run recently, but they're still allowing 4.4 yards per carry to running backs. So I don't want to forget about Deontay, a.k.a. George Foreman, here, over 61.5 rushing yards. I think it's a decent line. If he's getting the ball, dude, he's gonna run hard. I think we've seen that so far. So I think he's a little amped up to play his team from last year.
I could see it, especially with their D line kind of hurting. I mean, I know Burns isn't necessarily a run stuffer, but like he's still probably better than the next guy up.
What's the number on it, Joey? Sorry, I just.
I don't know about FanDuel, but I got 61.5 as the number that I actually bet.
All right, that's the number that goes on the slip.
That's what it is on FanDuel, yeah.
if you want to use it as a crutch too, like I feel like 50 is pretty safe. I would even consider using that as like a crutch.
What are your guys' odds? So I have, looking in front of me, I have Moore 59.5, Mooney 30, Komet 4 receptions, and then Foreman 59.5 because it was either 59.5 or 60. I got plus
I'd say if we're gonna buy any of these down, I would do the Foreman one just because the Bears have 3 healthy backs right now, and that just scares me. But like, I like the revenge aspect of it because like, if he gets the opopportunity, he's gonna do it. Like, I don't.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He won the freaking sector like 2 weeks ago, dude.
Yeah,
one angry run and he gets 59.5 yards.
Dude, that's what pissed me off so much about the game where they pulled them. They were down. Flus, I had so many of his different. I had like 1 or 2 different props with Foreman weighing on it. Not last week, but the week before, and he just kept him out of the game all fourth quarter, like from the middle of the third on. I'm like, dude, he is your best running back, and I think it was the receiving yards too because he just wanted to keep throwing it to Darrington Evans. And maybe it was Roshan Johnson too. And I'm like, yeah, I understand they're better receiving backs, but like, I needed 1 fucking catch, dude. 1 catch. Put him on the field.
I'm pressing the red button right now. It's plus 775 on my app at least.
Plus 770. What do you all have in there? Sorry, I missed the recap.
Moore 59.5. That's mine. Quentin's is Mooney 30 receiving yards. Ron's is Cole Komet 4 receptions, and then yours is Deontay Foreman over 59.5, and it's plus 775 is what I'm looking at. I'm sure everyone has
932 on FanDuel.
Yup, see, different.
And I even bought Foreman down to 50 yards.
Oh yeah. See, I'm getting smoked. What's yours at, Joey?
I did DK. I did Hubbard over 11.5 attempts. More.
No, Jagoff, we're doing this as a team. You're taking this exact parlay.
I'm betting this too because I'm not losing those, so I'm just telling you.
No. But I'm saying give me the odds for exactly what Quentin just gave me the odds for. I don't care about this.
Oh, on which book? On FanDuel or which one?
Whatever book you're putting the parlay in. Because we now have like.
Now I got to redo the whole thing. All right, hold on a second.
Well, I told you we're taking Chuba out like 13 minutes ago.
Taking Chuba out.
Me and
if we don't win as a team, we're not going to win.
Yeah, we all are putting in you're the asshole who puts in the extra leg, and that extra leg loses.
I added like 3 extra legs. All right, so
no.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing, Joey.
No, one team, one dream. We all put in one leg.
I was like, all right, I'll wipe it and just restart.
All right, so tell me. Let's go one by one, and I'll start eliminating.
I'm gonna start at the top, okay? Mooney, 59.5 yards. That's an
over 59.5. I have to redo that one because I'm at 55.5 on DraftKings.
Yep, and then Mooney, 30 plus. It was over 29.5. That's the listed number.
All right, I got that one.
Cole Komet, 4 receptions.
Yep.
Deontay Foreman, over 59.5 yards.
Oh, I did 50 plus. Should I do 59.5, 60 plus?
I got 60. We're going to get 60.
All right, I'll do it. It was my call, so I'll do
yours
60.
Is probably, I'm going to say yours is somewhere in between mine and Q's at 775 and 932.
But do we do Sanders over 10.5 receiving yards?
Nah, I just wiped it because we're just making it Bears, so.
All right, so
I've already got that, or I might do it in a different one.
Yeah, do it solo or something else. But this is the one we're making for the show.
Mooney. All right, let me get to Foreman, 60 plus. Receiving for Moore. I'm looking. 60 plus for Moore, right?
Yeah, 60 plus for Moore, 30 for Mooney.
All right, so here's what I got. I got four bets is what you're saying, right? With Ron's?
It's a 4-leg parlay, yeah.
All right, Mooney over 29.5 receiving yards, Komet over 3.5 receptions, Deontay Foreman 60-plus rushing yards, Moore 60-plus rushing yards. I'm at plus 850.
Yeah, I knew it. So Quentin has the best odds. So odds-wise, it's the best. But
yeah, actually, I bought that Foreman part down to 50. Like I took the.
And your show was still plus 932.
Yeah, it was still 932.
What book are you on, Q?
958 now.
Take the 60.
What book are you on, Q?
FanDuel.
Oh, geez. What am I missing? Beat on, you're not even on FanDuel, are you?
No, it's attached to my student email that I don't have access to anymore. I have.
That's what you blame it on, but really you just got banned, but like the Dogecoin.
Yeah, probably, but I have MGM, PointsBet, and Bet Rivers. I put it in on MGM because I had a bet insurance token. So this shit will be going on. This shit will be going on the Beijing Ducks at like 4 a.m. if it loses with the refund coin.
I'm just gonna bet it. I'm gonna bet it on DraftKings. Fuck it.
Yeah. All right. So Q, when you do the tweet with the odds, which since you are the only one who has access to that account, I would probably do that. But other than that, what else do you see on this board that catches your mind, Joey? Because I know you only got to talk about a couple of them, but you have props. Obviously, we all are. I don't know if we're all in the same boat with Bears -3.5, but we all would like to see a Bears win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. -3.5 is tough. I feel like if you were to just look at these two teams and say which team's better and by how much, I feel like without Fields in this game, like there's no way I can say the Bears are 3.5 points better than, right?
Than the Panthers, yeah.
Like, so I'm just looking at from a number standpoint, like the +3.5 is kind of where I lean, but the gut in me and the heart of me wants to take Bears -3.5.
Yeah, that's okay. I just didn't even think about it. I just said, fuck it. This is who you are. They're over on team total. They're over on team total points is 20.5 though. So that could be a safer bet at around the same odds, like -110, -115, depending on where you bet at. But 3 touchdowns.
It's not bad.
This Panthers defense ain't good. And then one thing too, we love talking about this when you need points for a team. Turnovers. Bryce Young's going to turn that pill over at least once or twice tonight, which could set us up with plus territory possessions where we're across the 50-yard line. Where
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson's going to have himself a game tonight.
So
hey, I also like
this out as the Bears on tap /on tap bet Super Sicko Thursday night football same game parlay for winners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm glad we gave you the name bearer because I would have messed it up. My shit would have been hardest battles, toughest soldiers. Just please win a football game, guys.
So I like over half a sack beat on Montez Sweat -118.
I like
First game, new uniform. He wasn't quite like he was barely there before he played in his first game against the Saints. I think he's a little amped up this week. What did Young get sacked? Like 4 times last week? 5 times?
Yeah. He's been getting
he holds the ball for 5 years a play, so
yeah.
Do you guys want an actual, like, you're a real sick person if you place this bet? Cairo Santos over 6.5 kicking points.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
But do we want touchdowns or field goals, beat on? Like,
what are the odds on that?
It's +100.
That's it?
Yeah,
over 6 field goals is +100.
No, 6.5 points. So it's 2 field goals.
Oh, I thought you said field goals. I was like,
I think
that is the sickest bet I've heard in a while.
That is the ultimate emotional hedge for this game. And you're just like, well, that's a guy that just goes out there and fucking does his job. Like, go Cairo.
Yeah.
If you're into weird bets, over 6.5 kicking points for Cairo Santos. If those drives stop in the red zone, we're still scoring points.
But how's the wind swirling at Soldier right now?
That's a good question.
I got a question for you guys too while we look at the wins. I'm in a confidence pool. I need to figure out how many points do I put on the Bears this week, like confidence-wise.
16.
I'm not asking beat on. Q, give me your like real fucking answer, not the bias.
I retract my previous statement.
So you have like 0 to 100, right? Like that is that how it works?
No, it's 0 to like how many games are being played. That wait, hold on. Let me actually look. I'll look and see how many points so 16 is the top, 3 is the lowest. 16 is like your most confident, 3 is the lowest. And I have to lock in all the rest of these too, just so but I can go back and switch those before Sunday. I just can't. I have to get this game in somewhere right now.
Man, How many teams are bigger dogs than the Bears this week?
Oh, there's
I can pull it
Houston's
up.
a
I got it
6.5
right
point
in front of
dog.
me.
The Browns are a 6.5 point dog. The Washington's a 6.5 point dog. Holy shit! The Giants, it says, are 17 point dogs.
Oh, I'm on the Cowboys.
Yeah, if you don't have the
For
Cowboys,
sure.
if you don't have the Cowboys at 16, just hang them up. You're not.
That's going to be 16 for sure. But I'm not even really worried about the rest of the order. That's like too much to go through in like 7 minutes,
Bro, just
right?
don't even look at lines. Just trust Beat on. Put them at 15. You'll thank me after tonight.
The Bears at 15.
I give it a 10. Give it a 10.
Solid
13
10.
So 13 is what it is.
All right, so
Because
I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go just lower than all of you just
Okay.
because
I said tanked that I counted like I think 5 games where the spread is bigger, and like that just like it when in doubt, just go with Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I like that too. When in doubt, just go with Vegas, go with 10.
Yeah, Falcons -1.5 might be a hammer spot this weekend, though, on another note against the Cardinals. I don't care that Kyler Murray's back.
Bruh, Kyler could go Super Saiyan and just like be or Super Teletubby, I should say. Just like the Teletubby dodging all the bombs all over the place. Like that's Kyler Murray. He's back.
I said that, and we actually need the Cardinals to win. I'm such an asshole.
That's it. It's locked in 10 points.
All right. There we go.
Oh,
We got the same game parlay. Do you have I'm on Bears -3.5. I'm a sick fuck. Okay. I think I said to someone this morning, I said I would take them up to 6.5, but I settled on the number that they gave me, and it was -105. I think they could win this game. To give it a score prediction, right? I'll say 24-17. And also, too, you guys were talking. I retract my Cairo Santos, but 17-mile-an-hour winds.
all right.
-3.5
mile-an-hour
on
winds.
Caesars, by the way.
Oh,
What'd you
boy.
say?
Never mind, it changed. It
It's
changed.
17-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, 17.
Can Tyson Bagent throw in 17-mile-an-hour winds?
It's too late to know now.
So I really like the Foreman over now. I will say that, but
Right?
Did you say 60? We've been at 90.
I'm a little worried about the moody ones now, but we'll ride it. We'll ride it out. The bets are in.
We need the Yak Boys. The Yak Boys today.
Yeah, hey, they throw a lot of screen passes. They'll be fine. But so if 17-mile-an-hour winds, man, give me a defensive score. Give me a Foreman touchdown.
Oh, I forgot to say too. I have a $5 free bet on the Bears defense to score the first touchdown.
I like that.
Ooh, okay.
I didn't even think about it. I just was
team
like,
total?
What do you have it at on yours?
No, I mean, should we actually go for 20.5 over?
I could see it. If I give 24-17, it'd probably be on my slip because I said 24-17. So I'm not really good at math, but I know that's more than 20.5.
That is more than 20.5.
The Panthers defense is not good.
No, they're not.
No, nothing. Listen, nothing on this field tonight is good at all.
No.
Both teams are terrible,
but both quarterbacks do not have that strong of arms. 17-mile-an-hour winds, man.
We're for sure picking off Bryce Young. We're picking off Bryce Young.
Oh yeah, I think there's gonna be picks both ways with that wind.
Hey, you guys. Here's a bet then. Here's a bet for you, Q. BetMGM has over 1.5 interceptions thrown for either team for combined 1.5. I like that at +105. Now that you
I like
say
that for this game a lot. That's a great bet for this game.
Yeah, that's actually you could get 2 from one guy.
Because I see the game script being the Bears get an early lead, and it's just like clock running. And in the second half, Carolina's desperate to come back, and like they have to throw.
It's just like 3.5 quarters of me sitting with a calculator app out on my phone, figuring out or not if we're up by 4.
It's honestly, dude, it's just like either team is out there that's a fucking shitbag they're down in the game, right? Like we don't trust either quarterback or either team, so it's like they're probably going to make a mistake. Like one of these guys could throw 3 or multiple, and then probably get 1 maybe from each side even. So,
do you guys remember the Craig Krenzel game in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the vibes I'm getting for this game tonight of just like 12-9 football with a defensive score, a safety, and a chip shot field goal, and then a missed field goal.
And that's why our parlay is the sharpest parlay on the market, because there ain't a single touchdown scorer. But exactly. for solos, and for our Bears, I like Mooney, I like Foreman, and I like Komet. And all are at like every anytime touchdown was plus money. It's like, are you guys really gonna score a touchdown tonight? You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
If I was taking any touchdown. If I had to bet one, it would be Foreman. Foreman. Without a doubt.
His odds up real quick.
He's probably the favorite, though, right? Is he? What's his odds at?
Running back.
He's got to be.
It's probably like.
Herbert? No, he's not even playing. What the
Herbert's
fuck?
Not playing. Herbert's not playing. Foreman's at plus 110. Okay, I lied. DJ Moore has been hammered into the minus side of the world. He's at minus 115 now.
Minus 115?
Yeah, that's what's. Or wait, this is not action. Hold on. Let me just go to it.
Action. No, Moore's at plus 195. Did you say Moore?
Yeah, action's fucking me around.
I'm going to bet DJ Moore right now for like a little half unit, quarter unit.
Where did you get 195?
Oh, that was at FanDuel. I'm actually going to go to Caesars. I think it's better.
You boys just saved me. In my main fantasy league, I had Herbert starting.
Wait,
I just got him out.
Is he or not, though? I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I assume what you guys just said was.
Dude, Joey, this is a sick moment. That MGM has more at minus.
You guys
1.
saved me.
You hear me though? MGM has more at minus 115. PointsBet has him at plus 210. Same thing with Komet. Komet plus 130 on MGM, plus 260 on PointsBet. Joey, I'm glad you a long time ago introduced me into shopping lines, because my goodness.
You have to, man. It's so crucial, right? Like, it's just such a big difference.
If you're making the bet, you deserve to get the best payout for it. But
I need to start doing that.
Yeah.
It's hard, man, but Action, like these apps that they make, Action, and there's a few other ones, Odds Checker. There's like those are the ones if you can kind of compare and contrast, and they don't always do the best job of showing every single book, but like if you have 7 different, 5 different, 3 different books that you're like toggling between, sometimes checking each one manually is like super like annoying. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I have a totally unbiased first touchdown scorer with absolutely stupid odds. It's the same odds as that I got for the Bears to score the first touchdown. You ready? Miles Sanders, plus 1,800. If you're a Panthers fan and that's not on your bet slip, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Is it a Trent pick?
It is not. Dude, I'm looking at it on the book right now, and it's literally listed right next to Bears defense and special teams. Like, what? The books don't even know what they're doing trying to price this game as we're.
No, they don't know.
Yeah. Well, all right, boys. It is about kickoff. So what do you say we get out of here with a bear down?
Yes.
Yes.
Bears by 1,000 and bear down.
Bear down. Nice to reunite with you boys. Let's go. Let's get some W's tonight. Let's cash this parlay.
Bears by 4.
Go Bears.